Hi, I'm Andrew from Creative Guitar Studio. It's Friday, March 5th, 2010, and I'm just going to answer some questions that have been coming in off my guitar blog site and hopefully help a few people out. The first question is from Christopher from Phoenix, Arizona. He's writing in saying, can you give me a few tips for buying used guitars? I don't have much money and would like to buy something through a private sale. So yeah, I can give you a couple of good pieces of advice there. First of all, if you're not too familiar, with guitars and even guitar repair or anything, maintenance, general maintenance, take someone along with you who knows guitars, and they'll hopefully spot any types of problems, that you might potentially buy into. You don't want to do that, obviously. Small problems are okay, but big problems are not so good. Another thing is just, it sounds like you're concerned about the money. That's why you're going to go shopping privately. I would probably say, for a tip I could give you that's really helpful is always ask the person, like let's say they're asking $200 in their ad on the internet or on a newspaper, or something, newspaper ad, classified ad. They want $200 for this guitar. And when you go there, don't offer them anything right off the hop. Just kind of look at it, hum and haw a little bit. Definitely don't act interested, and kind of say, well, what's the least amount of money that you're willing to take for this thing, or how little do you really want for this thing? Like, don't ask them how much they want, and don't come across as sort of being a jerk about it either, or anything, or don't ridicule it or downplay it. You could say one or two things, at most, but don't kind of slam the thing, because they're gonna get pissed off with you and just want to kick you out of their house. But just kind of say, well, it's missing a couple of screws here. There's a big scratch here. But, what's the least amount of money you're going to take for this? That's a really good, buying plan there is, you get to the bottom dollar amount that they'll take. And then if they kind of just, if they say, oh, I can't take anything less than 200, I need that. Just basically then make an offer, but make an offer as you're leaving. Say, okay, that's fine. You start going, just basically get your coat on, start walking out the door, and then say, but I would give you $150 for this, and have it written down, have your name and your phone number. Just say, here's my name and my phone number. I'll give you like $150 for this guitar. If nobody else phones you, I will buy it from you for sure. And then turn around and just leave and get out of there. It's almost like a 50% chance that person will probably phone you the next day. They got the guitar for sale because they want to get rid of it, or an amp or whatever, an effects pedal or something that you're looking at. They want to get rid of it. So probably they'll just call you the next day and say, look, you know what, if you're willing to give me $150, or they might call you and say, well, you know what, would you give me $165 or some silly amount like that? And if you're willing to do it, then you can make the purchase. But especially if people are like leaving town or something like that, they'll almost always phone you right back and do it. And by the way, this works really good for like cars and any kind of thing you're buying privately as well. Anyway, let's go to the next question. It's from Eric in Denver. He's writing in saying, what tips can you suggest before I sign up for online lessons with any of the guitar lesson sites on the net? Well, a suggestion that I probably make right away is how legitimate do they really seem. Make sure it's not a scam. There's tons of scams on the net. Hopefully there's an address. Hopefully there's a way that you can easily get a hold of them, like through a phone number. Talk to them first. I wouldn't start giving somebody money that you just have no real communication with and you don't know where they physically are. Check them out on Google. Find out really how legitimate this really is. And then, like, for me personally on the internet, I don't know, maybe I'm old-fashioned or something, but I just, I like PayPal, and that's why I decided to go with PayPal off my site to sell some of my merchandise. And that is, it seems like it's a real business online. It's a bank, and it's very legitimate. I've been a member of PayPal now since about like 1998. I have a friend who sells stuff on eBay as a living. He does thousands of dollars a month in business through eBay, almost exclusively through PayPal. He's been a member longer than I have. I think he's been a member since about 1996. He has nothing bad to say. I have nothing bad to say about them. I think they're great. I don't know, maybe some people don't like them for whatever reason, but I've certainly never had a problem with PayPal. If you can pay through these sites with PayPal, if there's a discrepancy, you have somebody to go through. There's an in-between. But I personally don't give my credit card information out and all that jazz, just to like any, secure online forum that's out there. I just don't feel comfortable with them, most cases. So, it's just me personally. But, yeah, seems like try and make sure they're really legitimate. The address, there's a phone number that you can phone, actually talk to a human being. Just make sure it's really legitimate before you start doling out your money into something. And even with some of the more legitimate ones, just make sure that it's not like, take one course or so, and just make sure it's not some kind of thing where like you got to keep buying more and more and more. It's going to cost you hundreds of dollars before you even get like a basic lesson plan out of the thing, because it's just not worth it. To me, it's not the way to go. I think the information out there is so readily available now. You should be able to get at a basic cost. You should be able to get some good information, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, let's go to one more question. I got a question here from Jose in Los Angeles. He's saying, is there a good exercise you know of that can incorporate an upsweep pick along with alternate picking, but something that isn't too crazy for stretching, and I'm not good with my pinky finger? I hope this is possible. Something with an upsweep and alternate picking. Oh, you know what? I know something that might be kind of cool. Okay, if you go, let's take like a D minor type of shape, for instance, off of first string, 5th fret. Just go 5th fret, 6th, and 7th, coming upwards. You're going to do that with an upsweep with your right hand. And then just come with a chromatic line from you'll be on 3rd string when you finish that upsweep. Just come from 5th to 6th to 7th. So it's just like a little upsweep and then a chromatic part coming from the further back position there. You can do this anywhere on the neck. But what I like to do with it as an exercise is play it in position and go across the string set. So start on 1st string, then go to 2nd, then go to 3rd, and then go to 4th. So it's a really cool sounding exercise too. It's kind of neat, eh? Some way to find a way to wrap it up or something. Come up with some kind of ending for it. Anyway, that's a pretty good one. And so it's got the alternate picking and it's got the upsweep sweep idea in there too. So anyway, that's about all the time I got for this week. I'll be blogging again next week, so stay tuned, and thanks a lot for tuning in. We'll catch up with you guys next time. Bye for now.